Hello and welcome to the third installment of this train wreck. I want to thank everyone for being patient while I added installments to Carrie and Aiden's love story because I clearly have a jillion tabs open in my brain at all times. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to like, subscribe, share, and click the notification bell to be alerted when I drop new content. And I want to thank everybody for 1 million views on my Carrie and Big video. That's my first video ever to hit this many views. And I want to do the same thing for all of the couples that I talk about and make sure that everyone has hours-long commentary to clean, work, and sleep to. So please stay tuned. Okay, so I know I've been going in on Steve and his extreme immaturity.
Turn off the cartoons.
But Scoops, what about the ghost?
Please, loyal lady, take me home and love me.
Next Saturday, you come down to the playground and watch me shoot.
Oh my God, look at you! Hey! Why are you getting so upset? It's just a stupid half-court shot.
Not to me, it's not!
Lack of ambition.
He's just happy being a bartender, period. No aspirations beyond shaking the cocktails and refilling the peanut bowls.
Steve thinks he's gonna win $1 million. I would have no trouble supporting him if it was a real dream, like opening his own bar or something, but this is just silly.
And crusty, stank-ass underwear.
Miranda came face to face with the true meaning of intimacy.
But this season, I'm actually really disappointed in Miranda. She does pretty much everything she can to sabotage her own happiness in this season because although she constantly complained about her underachieving ex-boyfriend and how she knows he's not the right guy for her,
I'm living with skid marks, Guy.
At this age, I'd have to say I'm crush-proof.
What about Steve?
Oh, God, right. I forgot about my boyfriend.
Steve asked me to go steady. What if somebody better comes along?
it's obvious that she still has feelings for him and will wind up being entangled in his life again. We get a glimpse of this when she bumps into Steve and her blonde replacement while grabbing coffee and discovers a shocking new development in his life.
What's new with you?
I guess that means you didn't get the invitation yet.
What's that supposed to mean?
Invitation to what?
I'm opening up my own bar.
Wow! Steve, you're kidding?
Engaged? How can you be engaged?
Oh, Miranda, you remember Jessica? So you come, right? Next Saturday?
Oh, we'd love to see you there. It was my idea. I'm the one who told him he should open his own bar in the first place. Why couldn't he have been this ambitious when he was with me?
Why is it that Steve always manages to get his shit together for another woman he's dating, but not Miranda? Remember Suitgate?
$1,800.
It's my treat.
No way, you're not buying me a suit. Let's try $800 on the card. I'll write you a check for $1,000 and I'll give you the rest in cash.
It's too expensive.
Now, would you just let me buy the suit? I returned the suit. Frankly, I couldn't afford it.
Insufficient funds!
When he was still living on her couch after they broke up, this wasn't a problem, as he returned home from a date after leaving Miranda with a needy puppy wearing, you guessed it, a suit. And he actually looks really nice. And while his favorite activity dating Miranda seemed to be playing basketball and watching premium sports channels on her dime, when he's dating Jessica, he suddenly has enough ambition to open his own bar. Needless to say, Miranda is understandably in her feelings about Steve's new venture and even tells Carrie that her life compared to his is boring and predictable, while his is more exciting.
I'm trying to be happy for him. He's got his own bar, his own life, his own Jessica, and I'm still here, in the same apartment, doing the same job, living the same life.
She attends the opening of his bar, Scout, as a show of support.
You came! I'm so glad.
Now, I personally wouldn't even still be friendly with him, seeing as he literally called other women from her place using her home phone, but whatever.
Hi, is this Steve's number? This is Myra. We met last night. I'm the advertising exec who ordered the amps to light.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
What do you think?
I think you did good.
Really?
Now where's that Jessica person? Do y'all see her? Because I don't. But at least Steve gave Miranda her props for even giving him the idea to open his own bar to begin with.
I never would have done this if it wasn't for you. This whole thing was your idea. You always told me I should start my own bar. I never forgot that. I just never thought that I could, so thanks.
Despite clearly still having feelings for Steve, Miranda wanted to move on, as she'd begun dating a booty-munching marathon runner.
Oh my God, what is that?
What is that?
He kind of my butt.
And how did they get the message that the is now on the menu?
I bet there's one loudmouth guy who found some woman who loved it and told everybody, women love this.
He just ate my He wanna switch. Now I'm eating his we be eating.
You better call that looking girl.
That is, until her friend decided to use her as a pawn in her plan to get Aiden back.
Hey, Miranda, did you get my email about our double whatever it is?
Yes, and I'm ignoring it. Why would I go out with Steve?
No, you're not going out with Steve. You're going as my airbag in case there's an impact.
Well, would you explain that to Steve? Because I don't want him to get the wrong impression. I'm dating other people now.
And because we all know that Carrie indeed did not explain to Steve that this was a friendly hangout and nothing more, after being Carrie's hype man throughout her terrible comic routine.
And so I say to him, well, sir, what are they? And he says, lady, I don't know. That's why I'm sending them into the lab. And I'm thinking, this is New York, and this is the pest guy, and I got something he doesn't know what it is, and that ain't good.
What he need is a hype man. You can be his split star.
Carrie promptly shoos Miranda away and tells her to take Steve and his shitty panties with her.
So apparently Aiden needed an airbag in the bathroom.
Paul, why is you here?
You know what? I think I'm okay.
You mean you think you're over him?
No, I mean, I think you can go.
I don't even get flan?
I said, damn, bitch.
And can you take Steve with you?
Why would I go out with Steve?
No, you're not going out with Steve. You're going as my airbag.
Well, would you explain that to Steve? Because I don't want him to get the wrong impression.
Maybe it's time for that best friend talk.
So it should come as no surprise that this ends up happening.
Hello?
What happened to my airbag outside the restaurant? Steve tried to kiss me.
Oh, Miranda, you remember Jessica?
How's that going?
It's okay.
And again, Carrie is an absolute dog shit friend for manipulating a situation so that Miranda and Steve were alone. Do y'all realize how many times her alleged bestie has engineered their getting together?
Where are you? I've been waiting here forever.
I'm at Biggs.
You're at Biggs? You and I are having dinner tonight.
He got this veal.
You blew me off for a piece of politically incorrect meat? Enjoy your veal. I'll have another glass of wine.
That Saturday, when I was unable to take Miranda to her laser surgery due to a looming column deadline, she didn't call Steve.
Ms. Hobbs, your friend is here.
Carrie?
Actually, no, it's me. Gary thought you might need a little help. Is that okay?
Oh, what are you gonna do, Miranda? You gonna cut me out of your life like you did to Steve? What? The first sign of any little weakness or flaw, and you just write people off.
Steve, I didn't throw you away, did I? She said I did.
I don't know.
Die kenne ich nicht.
Carrie doesn't even say anything when Miranda says this. She just blabs about her plans to recapture Aiden and then hangs up.
Outside the restaurant, Steve tried to kiss me.
Aiden kissed me. No, I'm gonna go back there. Well, I know he's home. His word said no, but his kiss said yes. I know he still feels it.
In the next episode, Carrie manages to actually be a good friend this time by supporting Miranda after she learned that her mother tragically passed away.
My mom died.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Y'all, this episode makes me cry every single time, I swear. Steve even shows up, making this one of the very few times where I don't despise him.
You're not that bitch or nothing, but you still ate that little one thing, ate that one thing.
But this is short-lived, of course. The next day, Miranda drops by Carrie's apartment while Aiden is there.
Hello.
Hey, could you tell your little pal Steve to call his insurance company? They can't find him and they still think that I'm his in case of emergency person, so he needs to update that whole file.
The fact that he hasn't been to a doctor in so long that his ex-girlfriend remains his emergency contact is wild. Now look, don't get me wrong, the state of American healthcare is absolutely bonkers, but this just goes to further prove what I said in the last video. Steve is incapable of taking care of himself, and the women in his life usually put in more effort for him than he does.
I know he wants to talk to you about some stuff, too.
Oh, no. What is he gonna tell me? Now that Jessica's gone, he wants to start seeing me again?
Oh, they broke up.
That he can't stop thinking about me? That he's still in love with me?
Steve's got testicular cancer.
After hearing about Steve's unfortunate health scare, she goes to meet him to get more details and gauge the severity of the diagnosis. But because, again, Steve is incapable of taking care of himself, he doesn't even know what stage the cancer is.
You just gotta get in there and snip one of those guys out of there, and that's it, I'm done.
So then it's stage 1, right? I looked it up on the net.
Yeah, I guess so.
X.387.
You guess so? You don't know?
Sure, I mean, it's stage 1. You have the operation.
No, stage 1, the cancer hasn't spread to the lymph nodes, has it? Your doctor gave you an ultrasound, right? A CAT scan?
I turned my head, I coughed, poked around a little.
You better be joking.
I talked to some guys in my office. They gave me the name of a specialist at Beth Israel who
Miranda, you don't have to do that. I have a doctor. It's no big deal.
Hearing Steve constantly downplay his own health crisis enrages Miranda, so she snaps.
Will you stop saying that? It is a big deal. This is cancer. And the longer you wait to find out what's going on, the longer we even sit here having this conversation, the more likely it is that the cancer will spread and that you will die. It is a big f***ing deal. I made him cry. No, first, I yelled at him. I yelled at my friend, the cancer patient, and then I made him cry.
Miranda feels bad, but really, her nagging him to give a damn about his bum testicle saves his life. Steve even admits this after he has the nerve to get fake mad at Miranda for catering to him while he's dealing with a traumatic health issue.
Hey, you want the last spring roll?
No, that's yours.
No, I don't want it. You have it. Did you want tea? I can make some.
That's it. I'm out of here. You think I want to stay here and be treated like some f***ing cancer patient? You usually eat all the spring rolls. I'm lucky if I see a spring roll.
I'm sorry, I felt bad. In the park, you obviously needed a shoulder to cry on, and I was a total bitch to you.
You know what? Thank God. Because now I have a doctor who knows what he's doing. I scheduled my operation, and I have insurance that's gonna pay for it. So thank you for being a huge bitch.
Not too much, though.
Okay, ignoring the fact that he called her a huge bitch, I need to remind everyone that Steve could have literally passed away if it weren't for Miranda. Without her, Steve would have been sitting idly by, watching his scrotum expand each day and end up schlepping it around in a wheelbarrow. As I stated in my last video, this is a huge reason why men live longer when they are married or even simply have girlfriends. Steve begrudgingly joins the half-empty sack club alongside 2 cast members of Jackass.
I overshot a jump and landed flat and got a double hernia, that's where your stomach wall opens and your guts kind of get squeezed out. My testicle cord was being strangulated, so when I woke up from the surgery, I was shy 1 nut.
Teasing, he's teasing.
Somebody who should have been in Jackass, Tom Green, and Lance Armstrong. And who's by his side helping him post-surgery.
Hey.
You're up. Drink your juice.
Who's there when he's contemplating getting a nut implant?
Did you know you can't enter a dog in a dog show if you only got 1 ball? They even make fake dog balls. They make them for humans, too. I'm thinking about getting one. I made an appointment. I'm talking to the doctor. Will you go with me?
And while he was gung-ho for them to just put a pokeball in him to make him feel like a man again, Miranda has to be the one to dissuade him from becoming a guinea pig.
Now, to get this model, you have to enroll in a clinical trial for market clearance.
Excuse me?
It's not approved yet. It's still being tested for safety.
What kind of shit is that?
No.
I assure you, it's perfectly safe.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
He says it's perfectly safe.
Are you f***ing dumb?
That's what they said about the Ford Pinto. You want a Pinto near your business?
Sad and butthurt that his mommy told him no, it's too dangerous to put untested materials inside your scrotum, honey, Miranda takes Steve out to dinner to assist with his bruised ego.
Here's the book I was telling you about. A Positive Outlook to Healing.
Okay.
Steve, I'm starting to hit my limit.
I'm just really counting on that fake ball.
Steve, understandably self-conscious about losing a third of his manhood to cancer, then muses aloud,
Who's gonna fuck a uniball bartender?
I volunteer as tribute!
So Miranda once again swoops in and rescues Steve by having pity sex with him. Now this is why I am now annoyed at Miranda. She did her big one by being there for Steve, forcing him to take his diagnosis more seriously, caring for him post-surgery, and even accompanying him to the prosthetic ball appointment. But she's not obligated to have sex with him just to make him feel better. It is this singular moment where Miranda does the biggest self-sabotage of all, because in the next episode, she reveals to Carrie,
I'm pregnant. It was a mercy. I felt bad. He only had one ball.
Even Carrie, the spokesperson for the diaphragm-only community,
I got a new diaphragm and it's stuck. Wait, I have to put my diaphragm in.
is shocked when Miranda admits that she didn't use protection.
God, I'm such a f***ing idiot. Why didn't I use a condom?
We didn't use a condom.
He only has one ball, and I have a lazy ovary. In what twisted world does that create a baby?
Miranda, girl, didn't you have your very first STD panel in the last season and found out that you caught the clams?
My gynecologist called me today, and my test, which he just threw in for good measure, came back positive. It's the first time I've been tested, so it could be any number of guys.
Yet here you are having unprotected sex with a guy who has a high-ass body count.
What's your number? 10.
Higher.
60.
Higher.
Higher than 60? A lot higher?
Hey, I'm a bartender and I'm cute.
Who isn't even your boyfriend, just because you don't think you'll get pregnant? This is still on both of them for not using a condom, but I think Miranda of all people would have been more careful with her body after getting an STD. And once again, the universe's black humor is unmatched. Even more so when Miranda has to tell her friend, who has been trying her hardest to conceive, that not only is she pregnant, but she's considering terminating.
I'm never getting pregnant. All those women every day getting pregnant, getting pregnant, getting pregnant. It's me. I probably can't have a baby. Okay. What's with the eyes, Miranda?
I cannot think of a worse time to tell you this. I'm pregnant.
Bitch, you better be joking.
What are you gonna do?
Shmushmortion.
You're not even going to consider having it?
This is not in my plans right now, and I really feel awful talking about this in front of you.
Then I'll leave.
Carrie's big mouth ass blabs to Aiden, who is Steve's best friend.
Miranda's pregnant and she's having a
Shmushmortion.
If Miranda doesn't want the kid, can't she just give it to Charlotte?
Bitch, you better be joking.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Who's the guy?
It's Steve, and he doesn't know.
Oh, come on! I feel like you just trapped me.
Then she begins to gently guilt her into telling Steve that he's the father, even though she's clearly aware that Miranda doesn't want to go through with the pregnancy.
Have you thought any more about telling Steve?
No, why would I tell Steve?
I don't know, maybe he has a right to know. No judgment.
Sounds like judgment.
I told Aiden.
Bruh.
Carrie! And not... Just better mind your own business for once.
Like, why on earth would she do this to her already stressed out bestie?
You know, I didn't think this could get any worse, but haha, it has. Now I'm supposed to think about what I'm doing to Steve?
And just as a reminder, when Carrie missed a period in season 1, she told her friends that she was not going to inform Big.
I'm late. I missed my period.
How late?
7 days.
You gonna tell Mr. Big?
I am not going to tell him.
Did you tell the guy from TGI Fridays?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Carrie is
a piece of garbage.
And although Miranda says,
there's no way I'm telling Steve. He'd want me to have it.
She does eventually tell Steve. Why? Because she ultimately decides to have the baby anyway.
I'm keeping the baby. Oh my God. We're having a baby?
3 ants were born.
Steve, I'm pregnant. And it's yours.
You are the father.
Now, to Steve's credit, after he admits that he went into debt opening his bar,
Man, I just went into so much debt opening my bar. I'm thinking maybe I should sell it.
it is ultimately Miranda who decides that she's okay with being a single mother, seeing as the two are not in a relationship.
You don't have to do anything. I'm gonna take care of the baby and support it, and you can visit whenever you want, but it's not gonna be your problem. It's my decision, and it's just something I want to do for me.
Then why did you want to talk to me about it?
Have you thought any more about telling Steve? I don't know, maybe he has a right to know. No judgment.
I just thought you should know.
She reminds him of this when Steve shows up unannounced on bended knee with Aiden's failed engagement ring that she picked out for Carrie.
The ring was not good.
I helped pick the ring. What are you, crazy?
Hey everybody, post-editing Aspen here. Steve knows that Miranda picked out this ring.
I know that's a hand-me-down ring. I would never say yes to a hand-me-down ring.
Period. You picked out this ring.
For Carrie.
So Steven, why in the actual fuck would Miranda say yes to a ring if she was helping another man choose for another woman? I don't know how, but Steve is somehow bare minimum, low effort, and weaponized incompetence all rolled into one.
What you got for me? Some information in your pocket? Like, what are you digging for?
I got that information for you. So you want to marry me?
Who is it?
Me.
If her neighbor is nosy, they have seen Steve beg her to go on a date with him.
Hey, have dinner with me. I'll meet you for a drink. What time?
7.
What time are you really meeting them?
9.
They have seen Steve dump her.
Why are you dressed like that?
Look, I think you're an incredible lady.
You want to break up with me? Yeah. Hi.
That was a thing you did, running away from me on the street. I held your head while you were sleeping.
They watched him drag all of his shit into her apartment, watched him drag it all out, and now he's here proposing?
What are you f***ing crazy?
I thought this is what you wanted.
I don't want to marry you.
Well, I don't want to marry you either.
Ah, the ghetto! The ghetto!
However tumultuous their relationship is, they do at least agree on being amicable co-parents.
You're not in love with me, right?
No.
Then you need to say that every day, because when you see me with this baby, you're gonna think that we belong together. You're gonna think that you're in love with me.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
No, let go! Knock it out! Brady, help! Tell Mommy to stop chasing Daddy.
I'm in love with Steve.
How are we gonna do this? Raise a kid together and not be together?
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Remember when I said the universe's specialty is black humor? After a slow summer, Miranda finally meets someone on her level, none other than Bart Bass.
Walker Lewis, fluent in 5 languages, traveled the world as a State Department interpreter.
So naturally, she's conflicted on having sex with him while another man's child is slowly growing inside of her body.
He is so cute and funny and sexy, and I really want to have sex with him, but is it okay to f one guy when you're pregnant with another guy's baby?
If one more person asks me that today.
She quickly gets over it though. However, I'm sure Miranda wondered what could have happened between them if she never had the baby. Bart, despite having a job that required extensive travel, intellectually stimulated Miranda the way Steve never could, which I think is weird because the first time Steve was introduced, he's literally reading Hemingway.
What are you reading?
The Joy of Bartending, Hemingway.
But who's to say that they couldn't have somehow ended up together if their relationship got serious? I think meeting Chuck Bass's daddy made Miranda realize what impending motherhood would mean for her. Giving up her old life of hanging with her friends all the time.
Come shopping with me right now and throw some much-needed money downtown. I'm in. I'm in.
I forgot the snuggly.
Well, let's get you a cab home. There's one. Taxi.
I said, damn, bitch.
Overspend for me.
Child. Anyway, so.
Having her colleagues treat her differently.
Between you and me, I'm pregnant.
Well, seriously, good for you.
Remains to be seen. Anyhow, I haven't told anybody at work because goodbye to all the good cases, and then it's only a matter of time before the buzzards start vying for my office.
Congratulations.
Between you and me, I'm pregnant.
I'm about to beat this bitch up.
Did you tell Celeste I was pregnant?
Yes.
Bruh.
Only in your defense. This morning, she was telling everyone how she saw you sleeping under your desk a couple of times and that you might be an alcoholic or bipolar or something.
So you told her I was pregnant?
Isn't that better?
No, not at a law firm. No.
The end of sifting through the trash heap of Manhattan weirdos to finally meet one Walker Lewis, and most importantly, no more free time. During her ultrasound appointment, Miranda can't even muster up any enthusiasm because she knows what awaits her.
It's a boy.
Okay.
It's a boy. How do you feel?
Wow! Great! Boy, oh boy! Oh my god! Miranda, you're having a boy! Oh, are you so excited?
Aiden, did you know that Miranda's having a boy?
This makes me feel so bad for Charlotte, who wanted a baby more than anything in the world, having to watch her pregnant bestie simply go through the motions. Because Miranda wasn't pining for a child, she only did it because she thought this was her only chance.
What if I wake up at 43 and find that my one semi-decent ovary gave up and I can't have kids? This happened against all the odds.
Despite this, Charlotte still pulls through and helps Miranda plan a baby shower, even though Miranda is giving her shit at every turn.
13 lawyers later, all talk had turned to babies.
Wait a damn minute.
Where is Steve? Do y'all see him? Because I don't. I know they're not together, but the fact that Steve wasn't even mentioned at all is a little weird to me. In the season finale, Miranda goes into labor and Carrie's new Louboutins pay the price for Brady's impending arrival.
And thus, with a destroyed pair of Christian Louboutins, began Miranda's delivery.
Steve shows up for the birth. Where the fuck were you during the baby shower, sir? And Miranda, who clearly hates it when people are nice to her in any way, shape, or form, instructs Carrie to tell the nurses not to congratulate her.
What can I do?
Don't let anyone get all cheerleadery on me. I don't want any of that. You can do it. Push, push.
Push, push. Nurse, don't say that.
There he is.
And he's perfect.
Yes, he is. He's perfect. Oh, he's perfect. He's perfect. He's perfect. He's perfect.
Nurse.
I guess if she could have gone the Scientologist route and had a silent birth, she probably would have done that.
Shut the f up!
Steve cries at the arrival of his son, Brady.
I was thinking Brady. Brady Hobbs.
Oh, sorry. I mean Brady Hobbs.
Steve.
Y'all are f***ing psychotic. This man can't cry at the sight of his own child's first breaths.
Hey man, you can't be crying around like no man.
Do not make me take up for Steve when he didn't attend his own child's baby shower. And just like that, Steve is now Miranda's booty baby daddy. In the next season, we'll watch Miranda and Steve co-parent and show the audience how useless a lot of fathers truly are.
This 13-pound meatloaf is pushing me over the edge.
Miranda thinks she can get Steve to watch the baby.
Steve, what's wrong? What are you doing back here?
I'm sorry. I can't do it.
Bruh.